Sister, we don't live in a world where you can discipline women. So at that taste that you need to understand, as a woman, you can't just swing on niggas.
That's why you can just swing on.
No, you can't.
Because we live in a world where you can't just discipline women.
It's crazy. I heard about this a little bit because, they say Nick is gay. Like,
but why do they say that? Is there evidence? Or they just don't like him, so they're calling him gay.
Well, I hear people saying that if you are a millionaire, there should be no expectation of cooking or cleaning.
Yeah,
as a woman,
I'm just saying you agree with
as
that. A millionaire, 100%.
As a millionaire female woman.
Yeah.
So, would you say there's a problem if a man said, as a millionaire, I'm not cleaning no diaper, I'm not changing no diapers or tending to no babies?
Tyla released a new EP and she sold less than 5,000 units the first week.
My bitch went double lead, yo. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And she was a gorgeous woman who continued to become more and more attractive. That's why she's famous. Not because she's a great actress. Not because she knocks it out with her performances. Nobody can tell you a Halle Berry monologue.
Trying to show the girls that you gay too. Like, that's what he looks like.
He the new gay.
Like, very much Atlanta baby gay. We were in the theaters and there were parts that only I was laughing at. I'm the only one in the whole theater laughing, and I'm like, what? Make some noise, y'all. What the Like,
Lil Baby might be falling off a little bit.
Why would you get tattoos on your upper thighs like a bad bitch?
It's weird. I know why he don't get it on his arms, because he won't want to look like a thug or whatever. He said that before.
So you want to get them on your thighs so you can look like a baddie instead? Like, what?
Your whole life is revolved around talking about other people's lives.
What the fuck do you think your ass is doing on that podcast now?
This podcast is sponsored by Graffiti Tax Services. For all your tax preparation needs, you can go to graffititax.com. We're going to put the link right here. It should be somewhere. And yeah, you can head to them during tax season. And if you have any financial or tax preparation questions, head to Graffiti Tax Services. They're our new sponsor. Thank you to Graffiti Tax Preparation Services. That's it.
They was right. They coming for your wife, your families. They trying to come after them. They're trying to destroy the nuclear family.
Listen, this is how you want to start with your propaganda.
My propaganda machine. Remember that dude told us we're going to go right wing?
We are never going to do that. Never. There's no amount of money that could make me forfeit my soul and be right wing. But there was a stud at work that I helped. Crazy transition, right? There was a stud. She was beautiful, by the way. Gorgeous stud. She was like 6'7". It was insane.
So she probably was on the WNBA team.
On her way.
On her way there.
Yeah, because my manager was talking to her. She was like, "Yeah, I'm next up," type shit.
Oh, so she probably in college then. College stud.
I don't know, but she was in there with her girlfriend, and her girlfriend was going on a trip. They was buying stuff. She was buying stuff for her girlfriend. So we finish up. She's checking out, and then I had heard her say that her girlfriend's birthday is in November. We clicked about it, blah, blah, blah. I wrote down her girlfriend's her girlfriend's birthday. And I was like, when she was checking out, I was like, I'll reach out to you around your girlfriend's birthday so we can pick out some gifts for her. And she was like, oh, thank you so much. Like, and then she put her hand out.
Like a handshake?
Yes. And then I dabbed her.
You didn't know what to do?
No, it was she literally did like this, and I was like, ha, and I was like, hold, and I dabbed her, and then I got home, and it haunted me.
The embarrassment?
Yes.
You had to go through it.
Because I was like, that was
what
a
was her
microaggression. I don't know. That's what haunted me.
Change?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think because I think maybe the trauma made it more dramatic in my mind. Like, maybe I didn't go as far back as I thought I did.
Did you do it like the way I be showing you to do it?
How? What?
Maybe.
No, I didn't do all that.
Okay.
No. But I did try to hook it.
Oh, you tried to crisp up.
As a New York nigga would.
So you tried to
Yes. I tried to link.
That's sick. You tried to link and build.
Yes.
That's nasty.
And she literally I don't know if she, well, yeah, she put she, her on her little thingy that she filled out. But she literally like put her hand out for a regular handshake and I dapped her because she's a stud. That is a microaggression.
I mean, her even putting her hand out is kind of weird though too.
No, but she was shaking my hand because like I got her type shit. You know, like I was doing my job phenomenally well.
Well, I mean, if you're doing a solid, I can understand why you think a dap would be the appropriate response to that.
You think that's what it was instead? Thank you.
I think there's because studs ain't that prickly about it.
I'm an ally.
Usually it's the femmes that are the ones that are really prickly. So I can see her being cool with like, nah, it's all right.
I literally went home horrified.
Maybe she was like worried about dapping you up. You know what I'm saying? That's why she just went out like straight with it because she didn't want you to feel like you came off, and then when you initiated a dap, she felt at home. Maybe she's gonna buy like extra next time.
Maybe the dap is the thing that makes her return.
Or she could be like thinking you signaling her like a top to top signal. Like she may have felt like you was trying to give her like top to top energy.
Oh, like I'm trying to strap her down?
Yeah, like let's do battles of the straps. Like I take mine out, you take your out.
I have experience.
Let's see what That's not something to brag about though. And it's not with me, please.
No, not with my husband at all. Not even a little bit.
Y'all gonna go strap for strap. That's what she thought you was trying to do. That was the signal.
It's me at the WNBA games.
Mm-hmm. That's the one you've been throwing the dildo. That's why it's green. Normal people. You seen the boy who did it? Who they arrested for it?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh my goodness. He like Andy Milonakis.
Of course. Yeah, it had to be.
He looked like the quintessential incel.
Yeah, it could only be a boy that looked like that. That makes perfect sense.
I wonder what that felt like. Like they need to do like a spoof documentary on like SNL of him buying the dildo and like him proceeding to sneak it into the game.
Yeah, I feel like that would be like a Family Guy cutaway.
You think he just put it in his junk?
But from the POV of the dildo.
What if he could just stuff it in his pants off the regular because he really isn't working with anything, so it could look like it was his own meat.
Where how do we get here? Where are we?
You brought up the straps.
I mean, yeah, no, you said y'all going strap for strap because I was giving top energy.
Yeah,
I did. Strap her down. I did say okay. I rewinded in my mind.
That's your energy.
I rewinded in my mind.
Don't try to criticize me because you nasty. All right, we're back, man. They thought we were just gonna call it up. Just 100. They said that they thought we was done at 100.
They were very wrong because we about to come at y'all next. Foot on next for the next 100.
And y'all need to check out our interview that we did with Chill, 2 Chills on YouTube right now. We did it. I think it was a really fun interview.
It was fun.
We did our thing. So you got to check us out on that. Get a little
we
more
was
insight.
On this shit longer than we be on our shit.
Yeah, I mean, we've done shows that been 2 hours and 30 minutes before. So
yeah.
2 hours, 40 minutes. So, but it was really good. I think we did a really good job. I think we showed, how phenomenal of a duo we are.
Teamwork.
All right, you are now listening to Talk F&F TV. I'm your host, Absurd Rhetoric. I'm with my lovely and amazing and gorgeous co-host, Miss Farrah.
Hi, guys. I had to get my arm out, child.
He was stuck.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get into a lot of stuff, man. There's a MAGA civil war going on.
And this has been his favorite thing going on. He has been consuming this content on both sides of the same side all week. So let us know what's going on with this civil war.
I just think it's fascinating just to see how, like, with Trump just doing such a bullcrap job right now, they're just imploding on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So we already talked about this before. We had like a conversation in which Candace Owens sat down with Nick Fuentes.
Yes.
And like pretty much all hell broke loose out between their two camps. And now there's been like this push to where like now Nick Fuentes is like 100% like persona non grata amongst the right. Like everybody's just talking trash about him. Candace sat down with Tucker Carlson. He called him a little gay little boy from Chicago. Like who is this gay little kid from Chicago talking all this stuff? Because he exposed that Tucker's dad was CIA. And he actually is? Tucker said he didn't know, this is what Tucker claimed, that he didn't know that his dad was CIA until after he died and people came up to him and said that his dad was intelligence.
How did other people know your dad was CIA then?
Well, because they're bar intelligence.
Okay.
So they went in and revealed it.
I thought like his uncles and because it was coming up and being like, your daddy was a spy.
He didn't specify who he was talking to when he said that, but he did say like, how did this guy know that my dad was in intelligence, but it was pretty obvious if you look at what the stuff his dad was doing, the interviews he was having, the connections he had in the industry. Was the fact that's why he told Tucker to get into media, because he had already had a link to what his job was, intelligence and media.
Not Tucker Carlson is a nepo baby.
Oh, for sure, 100%. All of these, and that's what he's been going off and exposing. Like he's literally showing all the receipts. He's went for the jugular, and he is attacking all of the notable people of the right. Like, how have his numbers been doing while he's been doing this? Well, he's been banned from like a lot of the sites for the most part. Right now, he does most of his stuff off of Rumble. But like the fascinating thing about him is when he was getting kicked off all the sites years ago, he created his own streaming site called Cozy TV, where he would have people funneled in and they would just come in just to watch Nick Fuentes like yell at the Jews for like hours. So now he's on Rumble and he's getting like being able to, he's making bread now. He's caked up. But I want to just play some of this because, like I said, our good friend Chuck the Cuck, he is shook right now. He is scared because essentially Nick is taking away from his base. The people who Charlie tries to, when I say pretend, I just mean he's finessing them. He knows what they want to hear. He knows what the talking points he needs to spew to them, but he doesn't really believe it because he's a paid actor. Like, you can get Charlie Kirk at the highest bid if you need to. He's easy fodder. You know what I'm saying? If you want him to say something for you,
loose morals.
Yeah, you just pass him the couple
stands
$1,000.
on nothing on his own.
He'll say whatever you say. He's a Russian asset. You can call him whatever you want. But I just want to play this video that was from his stream that he deleted just because of this question. The whole stream that he did, he deleted because one person called and asked him this question. So let me see if I can pull this.
Go to Nathaniel. Nathaniel, thank you so much for being a member. What's on your mind?
Hi, Charlie. As a TPUSA chapter founder and president, I've seen firsthand how the tide is turning among young conservatives. I say, if you truly believe in open debate in the marketplace of ideas, will you ever be willing to debate Nick Fuentes, or will you wait until his movement forces you to adopt his talking points, as we've seen already?
You know, it's funny. I personally do not give a platform to bad faith actors. And I had a whole open about this. And by the way, a really important thing is not to lie and to not bear false testimony. It's fine. I'll answer your question. You know, you said, oh, you know, I want to have a question about Turning Point events. And you obviously lied about your question. Doesn't surprise me because you have deceit. But you know what? Honestly, I'm asked that question all the time.
You have deceit.
I don't platform trolls. And I don't platform
the biggest
and
troll
I don't
of all
discuss
time.
People, or I don't debate with people that are not good faith actors.
Charlie, that is you.
Debate Maoists and people who champion.
They can keep on yelling at how successful we are and our big events and well over 1,000 employees, but there's a lot of jealousy out there. We build, they complain. We succeed, we win. They blame the Jews. Thank you. Next question.
Charlie is so full of crap, yo. He knows that he is full of crap. You're purchased by all of these same people, and this is what
question and comment. And Phil, the problem with Charlie Kirk is I think he's insincere. I think he's arrogant. He's not polite. But I think that when he goes and does these college debates, question comes in and like a magic 8-ball, you know, the perfect conservative argument comes out. But here's the conceit. Here's the game. The question goes out and Charlie Kirk will basically categorize that and file it into a particular line of argument. Like, so for example, we'll get asked a question about Gaza. And he'll say, well, do you believe Israel has a right to exist? And once that question goes out, it goes down a pre-recorded series of questions and answers, you know? So it's like, how can I take any question and comment and filter that, file that into a track, a predetermined track of questions, and I say this and you say that, until we get to a predetermined destination. And I actually don't think that's very honest. I don't think it's terribly impressive. And I think that at Cambridge, when you actually have super intelligent kids debating him, then you see the conceit. And you could see Charlie Kirk had nothing there because, once again, that was the predetermined track. But when you debate Dean Withers, who's getting like a degree in economics, when you debate a kid from Cambridge, then you see him licking his wounds on these shows and saying, well, you know, Dean Withers is not a normal college kid. He's getting a degree in economics. It's like, isn't that what a college kid is? Isn't that what they do, is get degrees? And
so that's what I'm saying. The Nick is pulling the wool that, or not even the wool. He's just pulling like, he's exposing the right, essentially, showing that they're not these individuals that are America first. They aren't the people that they claim to be, and that they're all purchased and in the hands of Israel. Like, literally, he's been going down this whole track of exposing Tucker Carlson. Him and Candace Owens have been going across the timeline for probably the last 5 days now. When she's basically asked him to come back onto the show. They want to go back into the debate. They've been releasing tons of messages to each other. And then the whole word got out from even Milo is involved in this now. You remember Milo, the one to be with Kanye West and all them?
Yeah.
Milo is in this now. And now they're trying to spread this idea that Nick is a fed. Because Nick was there.
So now all of them are like turning on Nick.
Yep. Everybody's trying to push this narrative, trying to say Nick is a fed. They've been pushing out documents. He even released documents where they talked to the feds, say they tried to talk to him. He didn't release any information. He didn't cooperate with the authorities. That's what he's saying. He's saying, I didn't cooperate with any of the authorities. All of this stuff about me being a fed, because this is their argument of why he's a fed. He was at January 6th. Not only was he at January 6th, he was on video telling people we need to raid the Capitol. Like, he's literally on tape saying, this is our city. This is our country. We need to go back in the Capitol.
Why is he not in jail?
That's why they're saying he's a fed, because he didn't go to jail.
He might be a fed.
They were saying he didn't go to jail at all for that.
He's like a prominent figure.
Especially now.
Yeah, but was he then? Like, did he have a platform then?
He started in like 2017 is when he really kind of started and coming up, because he was with this other group. I forgot what it's called. I was just reading about them. They were like the Right Side or whatever media. And he started off with them. It only lasted for about a year. And then he just started pushing his own content where he was just like, essentially, his shtick is the Jews are evil and Israel's trying to
So he had a platform when January 6th happened.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So he should have been made an example of.
Oh, but that's why it gets a little weird. But he said he didn't cooperate. So I don't know if there was anybody that
then he should have been made an example of.
I agree. That is enough inciting of violence for me.
Yeah,
and I felt
for
like
sure.
you would, because I listened to where they show. I don't know if I have it here in my thumbnails or whatever, but they were basically playing it out where he was out there telling everybody I want to play it now. Let me bring it up, because this stuff, like I said, this is some fascinating stuff that's going on, and it's just interesting to see them crumble internally, because I mean, like I said, they're all purchased. This is like what goes on the left all the time when you find out this individual was working with this billionaire and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So this is what it goes right here, and I'll read the community note, because Milo had posted it. This is what, hold on, I'm going to want y'all to read what Milo said about this video. So he says, no charges because Nick is one of the 30 or so confidential informants working for the FBI on January 6th to entrap Trump voters. His victims were tortured for years. At least 5 are dead. I don't think that's true, but
he's just making stuff up.
Yeah, I'll read that in a minute, but right here.
Keep moving towards the Capitol.
See, that's Nick.
Taking the Capitol.
That's inciting a riot, though.
Yeah, he's encouraging them to continue doing it.
Keep marching and don't relax, never relax. Yeah! Break down the barriers and disregard the police.
You hear that?
Yeah.
The Capitol belongs to us. Okay, so Milo did get community noted. So it says Milo claims that Nick Fuentes was an FBI informant on January 6th is false. The Department of Justice Inspector in 2023 reports that no undercover FBI agents were present and the informants were not authorized to participate. Meaning there was informants. They just weren't authorized to participate. This is where it gets fishy, though, because all the people that he tries to say are their purchase, like he went on this rant about Peter Thiel and J.D. Vance and Tucker Carlson and all of them, and how they're all like basically in bed working for the agenda that is Palantir, which is, privatized B613.
Yes.
You've been watching Scandal, so now you're a little more familiar with what they're capable of.
Okay, that's scary as hell. If they're B613.
That's what they are. And so he's basically saying that they're all caught, but there's been people who work with Nick that said Nick been asking money from Peter Thiel in the past. Mm-hmm. And Peter Thiel basically dubbed him. But somebody has to be funding Nick. I don't know who's doing it right now, and I can't put an idea of exactly who to place it on. It does feel like some Rupert Murdoch type shit.
It might be.
Like it feels like some
Black Rock.
Yeah, like it feels like Rupert Murdoch or somebody, because Rupert Murdoch is somebody who has been heavily critical of the Jewish people. So and Israel. When it's convenient for him, he has been. So to me, I'm trying to figure out who it could be, but that's like the kind of the stories that's been going. But that's not the only thing they've been saying about Nick. So there was another article this guy, he put out. Let me bring it up here. Like I said, this stuff is crazy. I heard about this a little because, they say Nick is gay. Like,
but why do they say that? Is there evidence? Like, or they just don't like him, so they're calling him gay.
Well, there was a story where Nick was supposed to be him and Destiny. Destiny the streamer that does. Apparently, him and Destiny got together allegedly and hooked up, like on some we're on the far opposite sides of each other, but like we're going to do some Brokeback content type shit together. Like that's kind of like
for OF.
They didn't put it out, but like they were basically saying like he was sucking Destiny's dick and shit like that. That's what they were.
Allegedly.
Those were some of the allegations. Yeah, they were sucking each other's dick.
That's crazy.
Trying to say, but this dude named Chris Burnett, so he's kind of like an independent journalist. He put this article that said top 50 Nick Fuentes pedophile scandals.
I saw that. And when I saw that, I was like, this can't be real because how is there enough to be a top 50?
Right? And that's like, so you did like 75 of them, but he's the best of the best.
This is like, he needs to be behind bars if there's this much evidence that somebody can gather on the internet. Y'all need to investigate, open an investigation.
So the grouper thing is essentially like what his group is named. That's the people who follow Nick are the groupers or the gorpers or someone, whatever.
I don't like that name. That's creepy. Groupers,
it's gorpers or something like that. Yeah, I think it's gorpers. That's what
gorpers.
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
But in this article, essentially it alleges and it goes over a few things in regards to Nick, basically saying that he's created an environment where young men are being exposed and kind of exploited in a way to older gay men. So there'll be younger guys that are in there trying to find who they are and in a way, get exploited. It's kind of like groomed, I guess is a better word.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity for them to get groomed in this kind of chats that he is kind of creating. And he creates he refers to it as this rape, death, or kill loyalty. Or basically that's the kind of loyalty he wants, rape, death, or kill. Like you would do that kind of stuff for him. And he's openly admitted, like he has clips on here where he openly admits like, no, this is a cult. Like my people this is what we are about.
He needs to be investigated.
I mean, he's a scary figure. Like there's folks talking about, he could potentially be the next leader of the free world because of how he has reached the hearts and minds of so many white men in America, like especially young white men in America. And he feels as though he's speaking to them. And he even went on that where he said like, I'm speaking for the weird white kids in their parents' basement right now. That's me.
Yeah, when you go out and you say that you're speaking for these people, then they're definitely going to be behind you. Because nobody has ever taken up for them at all. Not in
the way that he's done it.
No.
Like you have like the Charlie Kirks and stuff like that, but they always have this, I can't speak on this subject now, or I'm going to have this talking point that is ultra political or ultra down the narrow line of whatever side that we're on. And he's exposing that. Like he's just like, no, you guys are compromised. Y'all are all working for a force that is trying to destroy what is right. And also the thing about Nick is not that legitimate because if you're looking at what I'm looking at, me and him can see the same thing. I honestly believe we talked about it. It's the powers that be that are at hand. It's not necessarily the Jews. It just so happens that some of them are Jewish. The problem he has with it, I think Nick has with it, is that he believes that the system should always be working for the betterment of the white race.
Let's get back to the war, the beef.
I mean, that was part of it. What I was just saying.
Okay.
The beef that was going on.
So then, is there anything else? Like, who else is throwing shade?
So it's been Milo, Charlie Kirk has kind of done his way, Candace. Who else? Then, like I said, there were some people who worked with him that I told you they exposed him about him and Peter Thiel. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on.
Because how is it the top 50? Let's just read the top 5 in this list.
So they brought up an article that said new pedophilia allegations surfaced against Nick Fuentes and groupers, in which they went down the line of several years ago. It was my first report on the notice of pandering of pedophiles from Nick Fuentes and his America First groupers. At the time, it was America First event, prominently featured confirmed pedophiles, and it was a public knowledge that Fuentes had willingly allowed gay men access to underage fans. That's crazy.
How is he not I'm so confused.
But he admits, like he said, this is part of the cult. He's
so he's admitted
himself.
this.
Not that he's doing the gay stuff or whatever, but he's talking about he has kind of waved it off as there's guys in there flirting and then there's consensual relationships going on, but
that
they're
are
not,
homosexual.
Yeah, but they're not. Which is so weird that he's the conservative gay guy like that.
Right, but does he not condemn all things homosexual on his platform?
He, in a way, because he remember one time he went on this rant where he talked about how he's going to marry a woman because he has to, because he wants to reproduce and all this other stuff. So he does have like this.
He
weird,
might
like,
really be gay.
This is what it is. Remember how I explained Peter Thiel's gayness to you?
Yeah.
Where I said he loves white men so much. He thinks of white men being so superior. That is what he wants. And that's how he also expresses his homosexuality, is by spewing white supremacist ideology. Because it does the same thing. It brings the white boys to the yard. That's his milkshake. Is white supremacist talking points. He wants to bring the white boys to the yard. So what are you going to say? What is he also going to say? He's going to tell them, hey, man, they're trying to hold you back. Yeah, the colored people, the Jews, they're trying to hold you down. Come here and bring that white schlong my way.
Just ruined milkshake for me.
I'm just telling you, that's what Nick is doing. It's really a co-op for him to get pounded on. Like, that's his mission. He's just trying to empower enough.
That's so much work when you could just get on Grindr. Like,
no, he wants a certain kind of white guy. He wants a white guy that has, like, prestige, family means a little something. He wants this guy to be a secret. We got to keep this hush hush when you beat his head into the pavement. You know what I'm saying? Off the back shots.
Moving on.
I'm
Next
just telling
topic.
you, this is what Nick wants to do. And this is what's wrong. And this is why the right is not going to win, because y'all aren't going to go for the jugular. Y'all going to call him gay, but you're not going to expose what he really wants to do, allegedly. He wants to bring white boys to his yard. Nick Fuentes, come on to the show, big dog. Let's have a conversation. Let's discuss your gay demons. If you see them as such.
Yeah, Siemens.
You know what I mean? And we're here to protect you, man. That's what I feel like your plan is.
I feel
for
like
all this.
that I be doing the little zingers that be falling on deaf ears. You didn't hear that? I feel like that was gold.
That was solid.
I hope y'all enjoyed it.
They did. You see where I had put right here was, is Nick a fed or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, but it's true though, man. They're so insincere. Even with the sorority thing, you see them all posting the sorority girls now. All the people on the right.
Yeah, that's been rush talk has been a thing for a couple years now on TikTok.
Usually they're all whores. Usually the right, they call them all whores. They say, "Oh, look at this! Look at these whores doing all of this stuff, going to college, trying to, slut themselves out."
Don't the white women go to college to find husbands and not use their degrees for careers traditionally?
Not traditionally. They're claiming now. If you listen to Charlie Kirk, all these women want to go in here and actually try to learn something, and he's disgusted by it. So,
Lord,
it's just funny for them to say they tell women don't go to college, but they tell them to go to college to find men. But a sorority is quite literally finding your femininity in a way. No, like
it's networking and like sisterhood.
Yeah, so I mean, like that's not has anything to do with getting your Mrs. degree. So
not really.
It's just funny just to see how they pick and choose when to use their narratives, and then the white women just fall for that. Did I tell you I went back and forth with one of them white girls about it? Because she's talking about how she's an athlete in like the University of Tennessee or something like that. And she said, I'm still not a liberal. And I said, the conservatives will call you a slut by next week. And then all of her little goonies started attacking. I'm like, bro, she's not going to fuck you. I promise you. She's not going to fuck you. All right, let's stay into since I was just talking about a female athlete a little bit, let's stay into that realm. We got to talk about the taming of the stud. Sha'Carri Richardson, man. What is going on?
Sha'Carri Richardson is not a stud.
She was a stud.
When?
She went both ways, fair.
Because you're bisexual doesn't mean you're a stud.
Yeah, but she was going both ways. She was identifying Topley. She was
identifying Topley is one of the most ridiculous things I've heard you say.
She's up there with it.
She just happens to be lean and muscular because she runs track.
But she was trying to put, she had the strap on her, yo. When she was running, that's why she was losing at the beginning, because she was running with the strap on her.
One too many straps this show, I feel like.
It's the strap off. One
too many. I feel like I support women that put their hands on men.
See?
I'm kidding.
So
I'm kidding.
Let's see what Charlamagne has a response to that. Because Charlamagne went off on it on the Breakfast Club, so I'm going to play it.
respect the fact that she acknowledged her behavior, but I just want the record to show it is a double standard. Because if a man did something like that in the airport and then turned around and just did a little video like that, y'all would be dragging him to hell right now.
This is what we're playing, the basic ass bullshit Charlamagne is saying. Of course, it's a fucking double standard.
We don't know what she might have lost behind the scenes. We have no idea. There was a video that came out. You saw it on video. We don't know.
If Lauren don't know,
yeah,
then somebody lying.
Charlamagne didn't say anything for real.
Every sponsorship would have jumped out the window and said we're no longer working with them.
But can we acknowledge that there is a double standard?
Yeah, there is a double standard because I will say when I saw the headline last weekend, for those of you guys who don't know what happened, just really quickly.
And it was a video.
Yes. So Sha'Carri and her boyfriend Christian Coleman, who's a sprinter, they were in an airport, and the authorities in the airport were called because they said, oh, there's a disturbance between these two people. In the video that was released after the story came out, you see Sha'Carri, he's trying to like get around her and almost like walk away from her, but she's like she's
trying to do the right thing.
And like she throws something. They said that it was headphones that she threw. So of course the police report was taken, and she was.
So the video of it came out right when of her getting arrested. Did you see that?
Yeah, and she was like, I have videos of him putting his hands on me if you need that, which I thought was crazy.
Yo, she's a sicko, yo. She quite literally is a sicko. I'm gonna play a little bit of just so I can get people to hear, because she said a lot worse. Like you can just tell. That's my man. You can tell in way her mindset operates in this. You can tell that the way her mindset operates and the way that she talked about this, that she feels as though there was no world in which her behavior should be equated to this. So I'm gonna play like right here.
This is the position that Christian Coleman puts me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. Have no problem with letting you know who I am. Having put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it.
I just want to get your side.
Okay, absolutely. You can ask him whatever you need to ask him. But yeah, you're a coward.
Look at the arrogance that she has in her conversation.
Thank you so much, Sha'Carri Richardson. And I'm gonna do my part so you can do your best, document everything. I would never. I'm under arrest right now? What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now?
Listen to her.
Okay. I didn't assault him though.
We have video cameras.
I literally we were having an argument.
I'm watching her assault him right now.
Harder. Christian, are you serious right now?
I'm watching her assault him right now.
Christian.
He doesn't get a say.
But I understand. We were arguing. But I understand entirely. We were arguing. Okay, I'm not gonna resist. But I'm telling you that we were arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that your guys are doing this to me and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. Christian,
you see that?
The fact that you guys
right
are doing this to me,
and he's the man. He's the one that's supposed to be getting arrested.
This is the problematic view that these women have in these situations. They think that their femininity and their womanhood absolves them of any kind of accountability in a situation that she instigated.
It should.
No, it shouldn't. Because I have no problem saying it should. If that's the case, then he could have disciplined her. Oh yeah, look at her face. Look at her face.
What does disciplined mean to you?
It doesn't have to say, look at you. It doesn't have to be physical. He doesn't have to beat her.
That's why you need to clarify.
Anything could have been disciplined. Whatever he felt like.
You need to clarify. What do you specifically mean by discipline?
In the world that what you're creating, in which you are not
fight back, nigga.
You should ever.
That's what he's saying.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, she have to fight back, but if your dog, if you out with your dog and your dog trying to, sometimes you got to, hey.
How do you, hey?
You
see, you're willfully
I'm not here to give
avoiding
niggas
the actual question that I'm asking you.
The thing is this, though. We don't live in a world where you can discipline women. So at that taste that you need to understand, as a woman, you can't just swing on niggas.
That's why you can just swing on niggas.
No, you can't.
Because we live in the world where you can't just discipline women.
No, those two things.
That's why you gotta take the opportunity to beat that nigga's ass today.
And then they gonna throw your ass in the jail cell. No, then they gonna throw your ass in the cell like they did her country ass.
But you need to be smarter and do it in private.
She's fucking spiraling.
Beat that nigga in the bedroom.
She is
not in the airport, girl. Are you listening to me? Whoop that nigga ass in the bedroom.
Like, I don't even understand how you could feel like in any way.
Do to this Christmas. Spread the baby oil on the
No, that was abuse. That was abuse.
On the floor while he's showering, and then whoop his ass with the belt while he's slipping and sliding.
Regina King should have went to jail for that. Hold on, I want you to hear her apology video on this.
Y'all, it's Sha'Carri, and
It's Sha'Carri.
It's your girl, the man beater.
A lot of self-reflection.
Self-reflection. Nike wrote this. I don't
Understanding of
want you
not
to know.
only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for.
I thought he was a coward.
That, holding myself accountable. I see myself. I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment, but accepting this moment to be more. And so my only thing is I want to be more, not even just for myself, for my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing love, and even holding me accountable.
That's what they told her.
To being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to.
It's pretty obvious they came to her and told her, "Hey, Brand, we're gonna take your money away if you don't conduct yourself a proper way now." In regards to this, she doesn't have any fear though in this situation. I don't think.
It doesn't seem like she does.
Like even with that, like it doesn't feel like
she said, "Hey, it's your girl." Like to start out
for the domestic violence video. Like again, I've said on this show before, and a little bit in jest.
It's not domestic violence if you hit a man. You give him pow-pows.
No, it's definitely a domestic violence situation. The reason why, again, I've said on this show before, female violence.
I'm kidding, y'all. Y'all know I'm kidding. I'm gonna continue.
No, they don't.
I'm gonna continue, but I am kidding.
I have said this in somewhat of jest, but in all serious with it too. Women violence is not anywhere close to being the same as violence from a man, directed from a man. But when you do that as a woman in public, and he can't just just imagine he just would have grabbed her, not hurt her, slapped her, but physically subdued her and neutralized her in a way that she could no longer
put that bitch in a full Nelson.
Anything.
Yeah.
Imagine he do that in public. That looks crazy. Especially she's your
much
size.
bigger. He's much bigger than her. Yeah,
she's your size. So when you as a woman conduct yourself like that in front of people in the public, you deserve to go to jail. Just like Sky Jackson ass needed to go to jail. She's beating up on her little thug ass boyfriend. Y'all bitches need to go to jail. It just being honest. Y'all bitches need to go to jail. You can't be acting like this in public. Sorry. You do that in private, and then he might be able to. He might control you up, rough you up a little bit, not hurt you. But if you start the violence, you can't get mad at a man for neutralizing.
You right.
And Chris, man, you got to take advantage of this. This is the biggest publicity you're going to get in a while. I warned you about this stud. Like
Stop calling her a stud.
Why?
Because she's literally not a stud.
She a little studly.
She's not studly.
I feel like she gives off some studly vibes.
Why? What about her gives studly other than she's toned?
Just the way that she kind of carried herself early on when she first came out.
All right. Stupid bullshit. Stupid misogynistic bullshit is what he's saying right now.
So I'm asking
she's not studly.
Do you feel like she should lose some sponsorships from this?
Probably, yes. Do I want her to? No, because I don't think women should be held accountable for their actions.
Ever.
I said the sentence that I said clearly, right?
So, like, why do you want to vote then? Like, why should women be able to vote then if they can't be held accountable?
What do you mean?
Like, why? If you're above the law, then why do you get the chance to vote for the law?
Because we are above the law.
That just made perfect sense in your head. What does it matter for?
Nah, I'm fucking with y'all 100%. I'm fucking with y'all.
No, to me, I feel like Charlamagne is doing a little bit of whining in regards to that. But there has to be, because there's never women that do this. I don't know why
we even played the fucking Charlamagne clip. All he said was this is a double standard, which of course it is. Every time a woman puts her hands on a man, it's a double standard. It's going to be perceived differently as when a man puts his hands on a woman. That's the most basic bullshit. But
this is interesting with her like reacting like this, because I don't know if you noticed, there's been quite a few black women athletes that's been spiraling.
Who else?
Serena,
is spiraling?
She looking crazy.
She just lost some weight.
Nah, her skin look crazy. That picture she posted.
She does look like she's been like bleaching or whatever.
And then Naomi Osaka, who we already know she's just a bag of emotions, but she seems like it's been getting worse for her.
She lost that match to the Canadian player.
And then remember she did an interview a while back saying that she wasn't really mentally in it, and that the only thing that was kind of making her happy was her kid, her daughter. And, you know, she took a lot of hell from that. Like, she got a lot of criticism about that. People trying to say that she ruined her life for somebody and trying to say, like, the baby and being with him is a lot of issues.
During that match, too, she just seemed, like, out of it. Like, there was one point where
out of it for a while.
She just gave up.
It was one time, it was a tweet that I had to go really viral a long time ago before we even met, where I had described, because she was like discussing how she didn't want to do like the press afterwards, after matches, and that was a big thing. And I had described it as that's like a work meeting at your job, where this isn't a part of your job per se, but the meetings and discussing what's going on, that's the same thing. And I got a whole bunch of people who was trying to say I was wrong and that was the dumbest thing in the world, even though it made perfect sense and countered everything they said. But I seen this sports psychiatrist that had a video that was discussing her and about what kind of really may be going on. And it kind of started with her beating Serena. So I'm going to play this part right here of him breaking his down.
I saw that.
You saw that too?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really interesting.
If you watch her matches. And she goes into flight very quickly, and then she shuts down. For Naomi Osaka, her experience on the court when she won the U.S. Open in 2018, she took the cues that were coming really at the referee for penalizing her idol, Serena Williams. But you could tell by her reaction
the hat down,
that her physiology took it as though she was to blame for her idol losing. And ever since, she doesn't fight for very long, if you watch her matches. And she goes into flight very quickly, and then she shuts down. And then that starts off the court, too. Once she understands what's really beneath it, it's not a thinking issue.
You're saying it's the awareness of the fight or flight.
It's all about helping her body, her nervous system, feel safe again.
And I thought that was like really interesting to kind of think about. And it's like you can even go a little deeper where it's almost like it's not like she don't have a killer instinct with it.
No, she doesn't. She like the clips that I saw from the ending of that match, she didn't fight or try. She literally just stopped.
Mm-hmm. Like going through the motions in a way.
It wasn't going through. No, she literally stopped. Like, you need to see this. She it was the last point.
Mm-hmm.
And it could go like either. It was I forget her name. I'm so sorry. She's African. She's from Canada, the Canadian player. Like, it was Naomi like hit the ball, then she hit it back, and then Naomi did not even move to try to do her job on the court. Like, she literally just gave up and let her win. It was I've never seen a player or an athlete just literally get on their knees and be like, it's yours now.
I don't know if it's like one of those things where her success brought too much attention and now she feels like if I don't rise to the occasion, I won't have the responsibility of being the best. And I
don't know, because when she doesn't win, she's still scrutinized, and that's still, I'm sure, for her, just as emotionally taxing, if not more.
Yeah. It's a lot to go with it because she did have so much success so early.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I can't imagine as a guy having an emotional breakdown like that from beating somebody. Like, I feel like that's like an only woman experience that you can have, because I think y'all have like a very, trying to think of your relationships that y'all have with y'all elders when y'all really actually like them or really care about
your
them.
mentors, like somebody you look up to.
And more than that, you revere this individual.
Yeah.
This person, like Beyonce, is a god to women.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, there isn't like somebody who can come up in the industry and say, I want to be better and surpass Beyonce, and that's taken as a compliment. And I think that can happen sometimes in male sports, but it's an understanding like that your position is always up for grabs. It don't seem like that with women's sports. Like, it seems like there's a lot more necessary camaraderie that has to happen. And that
what other women's sport,
like even with female basketball, I look at it like that.
Like, I was gonna say, what other women's sport do people even give a fuck about to even defend a title?
Like, I'm just, even when you think about what happened with the last Olympics and they not putting Caitlin Clark in there for the older Diana Taurasi, who was about to retire the next year and like she retired a year after that.
I didn't know that they didn't put her in
for
so that reason.
It seems like there's they actually did a whole documentary that just came out that talked about it, and how they described her, this being her team, even though she had largely aged out of being a real competitive per se in regards to being one of the best
stuff
players.
like that does a injustice to the WNBA, because I feel like the All-Star game or whatever it was would have been
the Olympics.
It would have the women's game would have had more eyes on it if Caitlin Clark was involved in it.
That was what the big discussion was around it when that happened. But like I said, it just seems like
weird politics, man.
And again, I don't want to make it seem like it's solely a women thing, because it does happen from time to time with male politics, with the male leagues and the male game. But a lot of that is tied to how big these contracts are. You know what I mean? Their contracts, granted, they may be big for their salary cap, aren't as big to where you can feel like you cut this person or move on and do what you think is better for the immediate future of the game. Mm-hmm. So I feel bad for Naomi. I think a lot of people misunderstand her.
Yeah, I think she needs to recalibrate a little bit.
Yeah, I think she got to just fall back. I understand that like you have like a livelihood, but I just don't think she wants to be great. I don't think she has what it mentally requires to weather the storm of being great. And I think that's something that we don't talk about enough with athletes.
Yeah. And do you think that's something that she can get over? Like, do you think that she can fortify herself mentally and come back? And
I don't know that she's still the same person that she wants to be though. Because like she seems like
when
very
you have a
sweet
child,
girl.
like I don't think your brain is gonna that's gonna be your main priority over everything.
Yeah. No, I think that plays a part in it, but I just think it's hard when you just lose that willingness to want to destroy your opponent, especially with that. All right, you see what was going on with PlaqueboyMax? He had Lil Baby on his stream.
No, I saw him dancing a lot, and then them niggas being like, "Yo, why you dancing so much?" Which is crazy.
Yeah, to the beat, to his own beat. That was funny.
But Lil Baby was like, I feel like you taking away from the vibe.
Yeah, he did say something weird where it was like, and his engineer, I think that's who that was, that light skinned guy. They were trying to say like you're making a mockery of it with your dancing, and so now it lowers the value of it. Like I was like, y'all got the stupidest politics ever.
Yeah, hood niggas.
Negro politics are insane.
That's just hood nigga shit. That's
hood Negro politics.
Yeah.
Man. Hold on, I got this.
Him on, so niggas don't see you rapping and shit.
Yes, they're discussing the
okay, I'm listening.
Money down.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Crazy man.
So you gotta put money down. Wait, explain to me. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
You understand everything else I've been talking about the whole day.
Okay, so you saying niggas gotta break bread with the stream for you to rap?
Nah, you gonna bust the screen down.
Wait,
today. We splitting.
Okay, so we split the stream
revenue
for
the day. That's
for you to rap.
Yeah. Not for me to rap. We doing that anyway. I'm already on it.
Oh, type. So, you just saying split the shit out.
Then I'd be like, okay, I'm finna go in motherfucking walk shit.
And wow.
And whoever said I had a ghostwriter, I really do this shit in like 10 minutes too. It ain't gonna take long at all.
Okay. Let's do it then.
Did he just say he has a ghostwriter on the stream?
Now look though, I gotta see how much the stream made after, and then we gonna talk.
Yeah.
We gonna talk.
Did he know it's live?
So
I don't know if
you don't see your revenue
on
until like a couple days after. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, hold on. Is you scamming me?
Scamming you?
I mean, shit. They just screaming scam. Like,
he is finessing
that shit.
Yeah, because why would you have to give him? You paid him whatever you paid him to get him on the stream in the first place.
Or if he not even
now when you come and do something for somebody on the screen,
yeah.
Then when they try to work you, you gotta show them like, hey, I'm a real businessman. This is what I do.
You know, that's finesse. That's finesse talk. When an Atlanta nigga start talking to you,
and I appreciate you that ass like giving me this hospitality.
That's finesse 101. This is where PlaqueboyMax fucked up. You shouldn't have went to this nigga house. You should have rented a place and told that nigga to meet you. You can't be doing a self-imposed away game. That's insane. You at this nigga crib and he just tried to extort you for half of your stream in front of everybody.
He has the goal and the audacity, OD, of a nigga. Like,
it's crazy because PlaqueboyMax had been talking about how he wanted to stop streaming as much because he wanted to be more respected in the rap game. Why do you want to be respected by these niggas? These is not the niggas you want to be respected by, because they respect you getting finessed. That is exactly what they want.
He be around all the like hood nigga rappers. I need PlaqueboyMax to maybe like a artsy rapper.
Maxwell, this ain't it.
Do hang out with some of the more artsy, like art school type rapper niggas.
The hood
like
niggas
Gunna.
are not your lane, big dog.
Gunna is your lane. Like
Gunna would have been way better.
That's more your speed because you kind of give like young green. What do they say? Wet around the mouth.
Wet around the ears, I think.
Wet around the ears. Yeah, like he gives that when you.
He wet behind the ears. That's what it is.
Wet behind the ears. Yes, we all around.
We
the place.
was fucked up. Yeah, you got to be careful around these types, bro. Like I didn't got jacked up by these fucking Atlanta niggas, man. They caught me at the bank and had me goddamn cashing fake checks for them. These niggas is scandalous and deceitful.
Yep.
Okay? That's exactly what they want to do.
Manipulative and
Lil Baby has
motivated by the devil.
Lil Baby has no good intentions for you at all.
And this nigga been having his thighs out all over the place. Have you seen that? Just crop tops and thighs out.
And his hair's been a little weird.
You sucking dick now?
You can't do that because the nigga gonna want to fight me.
I said that with a question mark.
Yeah, but the nigga gonna want to fight me because you said
y'all
that.
heard the question mark, right?
They gonna swing off on me because you asking the nigga do he suck dick. That's crazy.
That was a I suck dick outfit.
Some of the stuff he been wearing is insane.
Okay.
I think Lil Baby, we can go to say this. Lil Baby might be falling off a little bit.
Why would you get tattoos on your upper thighs like a bad bitch?
It's weird. I know why he don't get it on his arms because he won't want to look like a thug or whatever. He said that before.
So you want to get them on your thighs so you can look like a baddie instead? Like what?
I think he's just in a weird place where he doesn't know like how he wants to continue being famous and what that looks like. Because he never really wanted to be the rapper.
No, he didn't.
He just wanted money, and this was the fastest way he thought he was going to be able to get to it.
You need to go link up with Nas and learn from him and how to make some investments, learn how to do some investments, and then just go be a person. You don't have to be famous. Like, just go be a human with money.
It just looks like he just kind of made the decision at this point now where he's kind of in the entertainment thing. But it's weird seeing him when he's not hot. Like the whole time.
He don't even have an entertainment personality.
I mean, yeah, especially the only thing that made him interesting when he first came out was he had fucking drug tick every time he did his interviews.
Yeah.
So that shit used to be like something crazy to look at, but now the drug tick ain't there. He just still got the slow talk.
Yeah, he's just not interesting. Like, you just need to be a rich nigga, travel, go get some experiences. Go, like, experience life outside of Atlanta, outside of the United States.
You don't think he's done that?
And learn some. No, it doesn't seem like it.
I think that's exactly what it looks like. With all of the outfits he's been wearing, that's exactly what he did when I got some experience.
No.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't look like that.
No,
because
it does.
This nigga is wearing cut off jeans and a pink crop top. That is not fashion that you get from traveling the world. That is literally what you get from going to Bulldogs in Atlanta.
That's exactly what these sick niggas, as soon as the niggas go out the city, that's the first thing they learn about.
That's in the city. That's in his city.
I said they leave the city. That's the first thing they learn about.
Bro, you do not need to leave Atlanta.
That boy got every
If he
color.
wasn't from Atlanta, then maybe. But that nigga, he's getting that from here. He doesn't seem well-traveled, well-versed in anything.
He's at Paris Fashion Week like every year.
Yeah, but like that doesn't translate to him being cultured, saying like having any substance of any sort.
I think
after the fact.
I think what you're failing to realize is that is his result of the culture he's absorbing is what he's doing now.
Well, he's doing it incorrectly because
the sum of it.
That outfit was absolutely insane. He looked like Timmy Turner.
It was wild. Didn't he have pink shoes on too?
I didn't see his shoes.
I think he had pink shoes on too.
The over the knee cut off jean short and the crop top that's just a t-shirt that's pink. He looks like a baby gay.
Little Gaby.
Like he looks like a gay that doesn't even know how to be fly yet, but you just trying to like show the girls that you gay too. Like that's what he looks like.
He the new gay.
Like very much Atlanta baby gay.
But he's had a few of them because he's had, like you said, the crop top one. Then he had the pink hat. See, look at the shoes are pink. He had like the little pink shoes on there. It's wild.
That he very much Atlanta nigga. Like,
but that's a sweet Atlanta nigga though.
That looks like the young niggas in Atlanta now. Like that's how they be
not
dressed.
Wearing these though. These pants is crazy.
They be wearing them pants.
That nigga had That nigga got flowers on his pants.
Do you be what? I be watching the Clark Atlanta
but they be gay.
Outfit of the day.
But they be gay at
Like
Clark
they
Atlanta.
be wearing them embroidered jeans.
He got it on his calf too.
What?
The tattoo?
Oh, I didn't even see that. I only saw the upper. The calf one is fine.
That's sick too. Like any leg tattoos is odd. And then he wearing like the Daisy Dukes to show him off.
Because he got an upper knee tattoo, so then he has to wear shorts that are. This nigga has to wear Daisy Dukes to show his tattoo. You made the wrong move. At least get a cutout in a jean or something. I don't know. Let's move on, cause.
You remember that episode of Boondocks? Like Lil Baby is like literally going through that whole episode of like when Thugnificent and Gangstalicious met.
Yeah, and they made skirts and tank tops with crossbody bags.
Yeah, because I'm seeing this picture of him with this little green romper on.
Yo, he has a dress on.
That's a romper.
Do you think you remember a couple years ago when he was at that all white party?
And he with Diddy with the romper on. That's sick.
He was getting turned out.
How you with Diddy with the romper on?
He was getting turned out.
That's crazy.
All right, what's next?
Lil Baby then fell off. Let's talk about another flopping artist so far. I don't like that it is. This is my favorite, man. They really been doing Tyla really bad, and I don't appreciate it in the least bit.
Tyla released a new EP and she sold less than 5,000 units the first week.
My bitch went double lead. Yo, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's insane. But also, I'm a fan of Tyla's and I didn't even know she dropped the EP. Well, when was this EP? Was this the last thing that she just dropped? Or is it something new?
They said the first weeks that was...
Push to Start is the one that Push to Start was on?
I think it's called WWP.
Oh, I didn't even know she released this, and I'm a fan of Tyla's. It's only 4 tracks, though.
They said that shit went 3.7 units, yo. That's crazy. Especially for somebody who's being pitched as a global superstar.
This was too close of a release to her last album, which literally just came out, I feel like.
But it doesn't matter, though. An EP, you still supposed to clear double digits your first week. But there was a woman who went viral discussing why she hasn't been able to connect with an American audience. So I'm going to play this right here.
Units in the first week of its release in the United States. What's interesting to me is why, despite all of the heavy marketing around Tyla in the US market, she hasn't quite connected to the audience yet.
What do you mean? You can't figure out why Tyla isn't successful in the Black American market? What do you mean? Are our memories that short? Because I am not even a Tyla fan. I don't think I could pick a song out of thin air that she's played. I don't know her music at all, but what I do know...
Niggas know water.
...is that they tried to use the word colored, and Black Americans were like, absolutely fucking not. And South Africans were like, we'll get over it. And Black Americans were like, it's our music that you're trying to play and you're trying to market her to us. We said no.
Okay.
And then we stuck to that.
Tyla was never trying to... Well, it was a little bit like of an R&B moment, but when I listened to... Not this EP. I don't know if this EP was mostly R&B or not. I can't speak to it. Her last album was I'm a Piano. It's South African music. So she wasn't making American music trying to market to American people. She was making South African music trying to market to American people. That's different.
So you're trying to say that the reason why she didn't connect is the music?
Maybe.
I don't think so. Because they did the Gunna song. They did a whole bunch of...
What was the Gunna song?
She did a remix with a song she did with Gunna.
Okay, the only song really that like went for her was Water.
That's not true. She had other songs that did really well. The song with her and Gunna did really well.
I don't remember it.
She had a lot of songs that connected. It wasn't until a little bit of that. You can say the whole color thing happened. They've been trying to push her as an American act. I don't think they've done it in the best way because they haven't really picked what are they trying to do with her. Are they trying to make her a pop star? Are they trying to make her make the music that she's originally from, poppy. So they're just trying to highlight those elements that are attractive to pop stars. Like, what are they really trying to do with her? And I don't think that's why it's connected.
I think it's the latter. I think they're trying to make like a poppy version of the music that the African music that she has been making. And I think that they're trying to market her and make her like that it girl. I think it hasn't felt genuine at all. She popped up huge, like machine behind her.
But the Water
immediately.
song sounded like an R&B song too. That's why.
It didn't. It had that like very specific.
It did sound like that. From somebody who is an American person and they're hearing that music, they don't have no idea what she's from or where she's from. That sounds like an R&B
well, I
song.
listened to African music, so it sounded African to me because it had like a very like African bassline drum on it. I was saying that it doesn't seem genuine. Her trajectory. She had the one song that obviously had like a giant machine behind it. And then after that, I don't think she had anything near close to Water at all. When Water came out and after, like, when she started performing that song and when she started doing the little wine dance that she be doing, I literally was scrolling through TikTok and people were like making edits of her like she was a K-pop star. Like, I hadn't seen anything like that for someone who was not a K-pop person. They were going absolutely insane over her. And then it just dropped out of nowhere. I don't know what happened. I think it's because she didn't follow up with a song that was that hit us anywhere as close to what Water did.
So Push to Start?
That's a cute song, but it didn't do what Water did.
I mean,
I don't think.
You can never do what that did though. Water was a classic, not a classic, but it was almost you could say a smash hit. Almost a few months after it came out.
I just don't think you could come out with a smash hit, follow up with okay, and you like it wasn't a genuine like uptick.
I don't think it's
like
feasible
you
to make
came
an
out.
uptick.
You came out up here.
I don't think it's feasible to ever have an uptick once your song does that.
I think it is, but maybe I just don't know what Tyla's history is before. Like maybe she was grinding for mad long before, but I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, Water has 333 million views on YouTube just to get an idea of what it is. And that's just from one place.
And that I think that might be one of the things. Like it hasn't like she gives very much industry plant. And people on the internet are very, nowadays, wary of that. Like, they don't like that shit. I don't care. As long as the music is good, it's good. I like Tyla's music. I love African music. I think the songs that she's putting out are good, but I think people don't mess with her because, one, it's not genuine. And two, the whole colored thing. Like, it's not connecting.
I think one of the issues that her team messed up on was not directing her of being favorable with black women. I think that would have been something that would have been more something they could have relied on base wise that I think that they kind of ran from because they didn't want her to be attached to that. They wanted her to be like this pop star. They wanted her to transcend all of that other stuff. But when you come to America and your song sounds like that, like I said, that's why I was trying to say, just because you know the history of it, contemporary listeners, average listeners hear that and they hear an R&B song.
I don't think you hear that bass in that drum and you think R&B immediately.
I promise you.
But we're gonna have a difference of opinion when it comes to music.
When you're selling to the masses here in America, and you're trying to be a pop star, that's what they're hearing. They're going to see that it's one of those kind of R&B listened to songs, and the fact that she didn't follow up and continue on that, I think threw a lot of people off. And then just her sentiments and of herself.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
No, I'm just saying. And then the fact that she didn't follow. No, but you're saying she needed to have another Water. I'm saying she needed to have something that sounded like that. It don't have to do as big, but you have to stay into a groove in which people say, okay, she's the new R&B act. And then that can transition for you to be pop. I think another thing, too, was just her sentiments don't come off favorable to a lot of women, especially black women in this country. Like, she doesn't operate in a manner that is conducive and makes them comfortable. Like we talked about how many people had a problem with her telling Shawty to hold on to the award.
They had a problem with that because she's a cute little pretty girl.
But that's intimidating to people. When you don't favor them and you don't show them the attention, and then you have things that make them jealous and envious of you.
Like they were literally just mad because she's pretty. Like that's it.
Yeah,
you're 100% right.
And so like, cause at least with Rihanna was very pretty too, and they were trying to figure out stuff with her in regards to what her sound was going to be. But she also had that like I'm a girl's girl.
She had
branding.
She had a genuine rise to fame when she was at her label. Admittedly, she was not on their list of priorities at all. Anne-Marie was.
Yeah.
Like they'll tell you that story over and over again. And then after she put out a single or two, then that's when they started paying more attention to her because the public already had let the record label know that this is somebody that we like and we're paying attention to. She had already started garnering a genuine fan base, and then the label put the machine behind her. It's the opposite with Tyla.
But what I'm talking about is the words you're using. That she rode this wave. I'm talking about what kind of wave that she rode. She rode a wave that was identified as women first, as girl first, black girl first, or whatever. And I don't think they did that with Tyla. And because they didn't do that, like that is what pushed Rihanna. Rihanna's not that talented of an artist. You know that, right?
She's not a talented singer, no.
What got her going is the fact that she had this girl's girl mentality and brand. And that's where it started with that Unfaithful song. That Unfaithful song got a lot of that shit going. Umbrella was part of that too. Because that's when she started dating Chris Brown. I don't think they understood what was making Rihanna popular, and they just tried to copy her elements with Tyla, and it's just not working right now. And it's not going to work because I think she's a lot prettier than Rihanna at the same part of her career.
Rihanna's first, I think they're doing the same thing. Rihanna's first album was very like Elephant Man was on this album. Like I didn't even realize this was Vybz Kartel was on this album. This was a very Caribbean album. And then her second album was very pop. So it might be the same thing. Rihanna's first album, critically acclaim wise, didn't do numbers, did it?
I know that. That's what I said. Her first album did. Her second album did.
They're on the same track.
Most people say that her first go out wasn't good. Rihanna's first go out wasn't a good showing. That's why she was, like you said, not even.
She was on the back burner. Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying.
She wasn't a priority.
That second album, when they started making her a girl's girl, that's what that took her off. And I think that's what they forgot. That's what they need to do with Tyla.
I understand what you're saying. I'm saying that they did that because the first album garnered genuine like attention and fan base. So then they were like, oh, let's pay attention to this girl that we were going to put on the back burner because this one album that we thought was going to do garbage did a little bit more, and she actually has people paying attention to her. That's what I was saying. I understand what you're saying.
All right, so we went to go see Weapons on a matinee. Is that matinee or is that considered matinee? What time we went?
Oh, I don't know. I just know we went on $6 Tuesdays.
Yeah, we went to go see Weapons. Josh Brolin. What's the other girl's name? The one who plays Silver Surfer?
Julia Gardner.
Yeah, Julia Gardner. She has such a white name. Mm-hmm. That's like a white professional name. We went and saw that movie, and that movie was ass, yo. I'm just not even gonna hold you. I'm not gonna even. There's gonna be a lot of spoilers.
I changed my opinion.
You feel like it was better?
I don't think it was ass. I think it was fine.
That movie felt like a Netflix movie. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like that felt like something we should not have been in the movie theaters listening to at all.
It did feel a little bit like streamy, but I don't think it was as bad as I initially thought it was.
What made you change your mind so far? Because I wasn't like the movie got better.
No, I just thought about it more. And I like replayed it in my mind a little bit, and I was like, it's not. I was expecting more nuance, and I was expecting something a little bit more intense because it was so critically acclaimed. But I wouldn't go as far as saying it was ass. I think that's a little much.
Well, I'm going to definitely put that out there. So I'll give a little breakdown of the plot. It's basically about these kids who wake up at 2:17, which it doesn't explain anything in the movie. Like when they even bring it up, they all leave the house 217 and they end up running somewhere. You don't really know where they run to, and then you learn that all these kids was in the same classroom. All but one kid went missing, and nobody knows where these kids went to.
And then the movie continues like after all the kids disappear, and it changes POVs from a bunch of people that are involved in the situation or adjacent to the situation.
Yeah, so you follow Julia Gardner's character, who's a teacher, who was the teacher of the classroom. Josh Brolin, who was a parent to one of the kids in the classroom. Then there's an officer, I forgot his name, who he was in the movie. He was an officer who was Paul, who was messing with the teacher. And then there was a junkie. Like those are like the main characters in the movie. So
and the kid
and the little boy
and Aunt Gladys
and then the witch.
Yeah.
So they go up over the time. They basically go over the stuff. Everybody blaming the teacher for what's going on. You end up finding out through the junkies' thievery that there's something more going on afoot in the house with the little boy. And once they show the little boy section, you realize like his parents got finessed into letting this old woman who they believe to be a family member into the house. And then she like basically sucked their energy from the family and then stole all the kids for, I guess, to steal their energy too. And then they had the little boy feeding everybody soup. I wanted the Campbells pay that.
That's very loose. So let's just go from let's talk about each character, because I think that will probably be the best way to break it down, since it was like the POV from each character. So who does it start with? It starts with the teacher. She's a full alcoholic. I thought she was going to be like a little sweetheart, blah, blah, blah. No, she's an alcoholic. She's a whore. She's a cheater.
Stupid.
And then also, not only is she that, but she's fucked up because the cop who, what's the cop's name?
Paul.
Yeah. So the cop who's played by Aiden Caucasian. Aiden Caucasian. That's what his last name gives, right? So he's like he's a recovering alcoholic, and then she makes him drink and then takes advantage of him, and then
he gives her AIDS, so I mean
he got checked out after the first stab. He was fine. So after the second stab, you would think he would be fine too.
You do know it takes a couple months, right?
Okay, he had the finger wrapped up, so I thought he got checked.
Yeah, that means he just cleared up.
So
he couldn't get checked because they were lying about it, remember?
Lying about what?
About it happening. He couldn't get checked because they were trying to cover it up. Him and the chief. Yeah,
but the chief asked him at the end, did he get checked out? And then they switched to him in the car and his fingers wrapped up. So I thought he went and got checked because I assumed that he didn't wrap his finger on his own.
And the way that they told the story, that happened the same day. So yeah, nigga, he went in there with dirty dick.
So then after the teacher, whose POV is it after that? The cop, right?
No, the parent.
Oh, yeah. And he was like hell-bent on finding his son. He was the only one. I was like, why are all these parents not more concerned?
Like, another reason why I say this movie was stupid. What he did was what any other officers should have did. He just made a straight line.
He triangulated from like... He triangulated it. Well, only with two people, but he like drew little lines, tried to figure out where the kids were going. And
common sense shit.
Yeah, what the cops should have been doing. Who was after that?
The cop, and then it was the
cop, which that's when it got funny for me because him getting stabbed with the AIDS needle twice.
Well, that happened during the junkies.
Yeah, but still, twice is hilarious.
That's sick.
Yeah, this movie I thought it was funny. We were in the theaters, and there were parts that only I was laughing at. I'm the only one in the whole theater laughing, and I'm like, "What? Make some noise, y'all! What the fuck?" Like,
they had another stupid part during Josh Brolin's part where they put a gun over top of a house.
Yeah, that was the one thing. There were multiple things.
It was like an AK-47.
It was a whole assault rifle, and it had the time where the children ran out 217 on the gun. So then it was in the beginning of the movie. So then we were like, okay, this might be like a school shooting situation and like all the kids are gone because like it might
I thought
it might
was
be
gonna
a symbolism.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They were doing symbolism of what happens when violence and whatnot is allowed to happen at a school. And it
apparently that has nothing to. It had
The
nothing
gun
to
meant
do with
nothing.
school shootings. That was the thing that I hated the most because it just felt cheap. And like you threw that in there to represent the Parkland shootings.
I mean, that's what the heavy spoilers believed that they were doing.
Yeah, because it was on February 17th. That's when all the kids ran out. But to like put an imaginary gun above a house during a dream is such a cheap way to try to artistically let us know. Huh?
Especially when you don't pay it off.
Like guns had nothing to do with this movie.
It was like magic shit.
It pissed me off. That was the one thing that like, that's my main complaint. My second main complaint is Aunt Gladys herself should have had her own POV. I think that would have filled in a lot of holes for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for the two of us with like lack of backstory, lack of motivation, we have no idea why Aunt Gladys wanted to do this other than obviously like youth.
Like, you know, like during the movie, they'll have like during the second act where they learned about this legend of something that can't. Like, they didn't even do that.
Remember, like more than halfway through the movie, I turned to you and I was like, I'm going to need some answers now.
They didn't do
I
any of that.
hate going more than halfway through the movie without answers. Give me lore. Give me a foundation of something. Let me know what the protagonist's motivations are, why they're doing what they're doing. It's cheap as fuck to me when they're just evil for the sake of being evil. Also, the protagonist was whack as fuck. I thought it might have been like a cult. I thought it might have transformed into some nuanced symbolism of a school shootings. It wasn't that. It was just the creepy old bitch. Like, it was so cheap to me, honestly. I wouldn't say, like, that's why I said I still don't think it was as good as everyone is making it seem, but I wouldn't say it's ass.
That nigga Josh Brolin tried to act like this movie was changing horror forever. It was not.
It's not.
That shit was mid as
I
fuck.
mean, I do think concept-wise, it's kind of giving like Pied Piper, so it's not a new concept altogether, but it is a little bit different than like what we usually get horror-wise. I think the little jump scares were great. I was scared. Okay, they did a good job with the
old white women are scary
with clown faces. Yeah, for
I
sure.
didn't know about that either because sometimes it looked like clown face, and then other times like she just didn't know how to do her makeup.
Yeah,
like that's what I mean.
It seemed like she just had
through line through this movie.
It seemed like she just had too light foundation and her lipstick was a little blurred. But then sometimes like she looked fully like a clown.
Yeah.
So we don't know what that was. Like I haven't made any connections. Maybe they were trying to do like a It moment.
Was this a It prequel?
No.
It just felt like it was trying to do something but never committed to anything. So it felt really empty and just like really dumb. And like the fact that people were saying this is a 10 out of 10 movie, I'm like, you're fucking stupid.
You know what pissed me off? The principal. So the principal's name is Andrew, played by Benedict Wong. The Aunt Gladys comes to his door and he's kind of feeling a little like iffy about it. And the husband's like, oh, come on in. Motherfucker, this is creepy. Do you not see that this is creepy?
I mean, at least in Sinners, the Asian let him in, not the white man.
I felt so bad for Alex's point of view because I was like, he's just a baby.
Oh, he was traumatized. Youngin is never going to be the same after.
No, his
parents are like mush
forever.
And I hated that part too, where they tried to like explain how he was able to they were able to finesse the police through the experience. And I'm thinking to myself, so this nigga, y'all just okay with the dad barely talking during the interview?
Well, the police decided to cover it up. Remember?
What part was it that they said they was going to cover it up?
In the beginning.
Well, the girl who's telling the story was saying that they were trying to ignore it. Now.
No, the girl in the beginning of the story said that the police could not solve this, so they covered it up. And you would never hear about this. You would never hear about this outside of this town. Mm-hmm. But if you come here, niggas will tell you exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that doesn't necessarily, it wasn't a cover up from the town.
That's exactly what she said. The police covered it up.
Not from the town, though. The people.
I'm saying the police covered it up.
And what I'm saying is, it don't matter if we talking about people in the town because everybody in town know what's going on.
Yeah, but for the outside, the police, like people
we didn't even get no experience of that.
People outside this town had no idea what happened because.
But you don't even get that, and which doesn't even make sense. Where this is modern day. How do you tell people? How do you hide the fact that 17 kids ran away from home in modern day 2025?
You can't.
There's no way that
literally cannot. But that's
and they had it all on Ring cameras and shit.
Yeah, that's the premise that they set for the show.
That's why it was
for the movie. That's what I don't love when movies let you interpret things on your own. Like
it depends.
I feel
on
like
what it is.
there's like you can do that a little bit, but I feel like this movie heavily relied on artistic interpretation.
It was definitely like, yo, coming in with vibes.
Yeah.
Like you just vibe out. I think that's why a lot of y'all liked it, because y'all could just vibe out and make your own little headcanon while you was watching the movie.
Yeah, and people really like doing that. And it makes for a great experience after, like, listening to everyone's interpretations and what they Easter eggs and stuff that they got out of it. But like during the movie, I was just a little bit frustrated.
Yo, if I'm paying for an individual sit down movie, nigga, I don't want vibes, nigga. Give me that on the streaming. I need a story, nigga.
It's an artistic choice that you can make on your own. Some people aren't gonna like it. Some people are gonna like it more. I liked it in the middle. He likes it less. So rumor around this movie is that Jordan Peele wanted this movie real bad, and he lost the bidding war for it and fired his team as a result of losing the bidding war.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it would be fun for us to recast the movie as Jordan Peele and replace everybody with somebody black.
Do we get to change like the storyline a little bit too?
No, we're I just said we're just recasting it as if we were Jordan Peele.
And all I did was ask, could we do
Nope.
something else? And you said no, so then I said boo.
Nope.
Boo.
So let's start with Justine.
The teacher?
Who's played who plays
I had the girl from Blackish. What's the girl with the start with a Y, her name? I wanted Yara to play
I thought
Julia Gardner's character.
I thought she was a little young, so I put Journey Smollett for that, and I think she has kind of proven herself to be a little bit like she can play different roles. I loved her in Lovecraft Country. She can play in something a little bit scary, so I like that. Or I also put Ayo Daybury. She's a little bit younger, but I would like
What was she in?
The Bear and a bunch of other shit. Yeah,
I guess you could
like
see her
she's an extremely talented actress, and then I think she would do well in this like type of role.
I feel like the other girl you said Journey Smollett comes off like a little bit too older than what they were trying to get. This to me felt like somebody who was in like their first 5 years of teaching.
Yeah, and I think that would have been fine for me. We would just change it up a little bit and made her a little bit older. So next is Paul, played by Aiden Ehrenreich. It just sounds like, Nazism. I don't know. So the cop.
Mm-hmm.
I changed the gender because I was like, the cop probably was the person with the most comedy infused into his role. So I put Regina Hall.
You did a gender bent?
Yep, I put Regina Hall for the cop, because wouldn't that be hilarious if I want to see Regina Hall get stabbed in the face with a lesbian?
Because they were fucking.
Oh yeah, whatever. They can be lesbians. But I think Regina Hall would be hilarious in that type of role. Who do you have for replacing Paul?
So I'm pulling up his name right here. It was the guy who played Hawkman and Eldris Hodge. I think his name is Eldris Hodge.
Okay,
that's who I had him playing the cop. I thought because the cop, to me in my mind, I think those two together would look good on camera. Her and Paul. I mean, her and Yari. I think that'd be a good on camera together since they were supposed to be like an off again couple. And I felt like he just plays a more stronger role for that than that. He comes kind of like a little bit of a dweeb. I like him to be more.
Yeah, but the cop was a dweeb, and he was he was immoral, and he was fucked up, and he was he hated his life. He was miserable. So
I think he could play a good version of that though.
Yeah, and I think it would be more interesting to see Regina Hall play that. So then next we have Archer, which is the dad, played by Josh Brolin. I had Blair Underwood for this, maybe. I haven't seen Blair in a while, so that's why I put him.
Yeah, I had Idris.
That's fine. Yeah. So the next we have Andrew Benedict Wong, the principal. So I had Winston Duke. what was his name? M'Baku from Black Panther, or what's his name? Giancarlo.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes.
You think he'd have played that?
I could see him as a principal, and then I also would really love to have seen him with that like black throw up and blood all over his face, running down the street with the big eyes like that. I wanna see him in that type of role. So I think that would have been interesting. Who's your person for? I didn't
cast him.
Okay,
I only cast the 4 people and then the kid.
Okay, so then the kid, I didn't have anybody for the kid because child actors, like, who knows? I don't know children, so skip that. Did you have somebody for that?
I was thinking he may be a little too old now, but it was the boy who played the black kid on Shameless. I thought he was really good.
Yeah, he's definitely too old now.
Yeah, I think at his age, when he was that age, though.
I don't know any child actors that are young enough to have played this kid, so
that's what made me think.
I skipped this one. Aunt Gladys, I put Whoopi Goldberg.
I put the that's crazy, Whoopi Goldberg.
That would have been interesting though, right? I want to see Whoopi Goldberg play a witch, an evil witch.
I just had the grandma from Blackish. I thought she would have been a good job on that one.
No.
I liked her.
No, I don't like that. That's my least favorite pick of yours.
I think that's the same vein.
And then for the crackhead, James, played by Austin Abrams, I put Caleb McLaughlin, the kid from Stranger Things, the black kid from Stranger Things.
Nah, I don't see him doing that.
Yeah, I think Stranger Things has proved that he's a good actor and he's a little bit dynamic. So
yeah, but I think he's more of a positive role kind of person.
Yeah, but we don't have to typecast him into the jolly kid.
I'm just explaining why does it don't agree.
Yeah,
I had Childish Gambino with a beard, dirty beard, for my junkie.
Oh, okay.
I would think that'd be very Jordan Peele-ish.
Yeah. Okay, so that's how we would cast it if we casted weapons as Jordan Peele.
I had an idea for what the story should have been, but we don't got to do it. Now, you women disgust me, yo, because y'all don't have any consistency, and y'all go out here and complain and whine, and don't even watch the full clips or nothing. So I'm gonna play David Justice. He was a former MLB player, formerly married to Halle Berry, and this is what the clip that went from All Smoke Podcast, which was him and Matt Barnes. This is the clip that had everybody in their feelings, talking about Halle Berry and his marriage with her and why it ended.
We probably could have made it if I knew about therapy. If we knew about therapy, we probably could have made it, because we never had any major issues like that. It's just that because I was young and had only been in, honestly, one real relationship before her, my knowledge and my understanding, my wisdom around relationships just wasn't vast. So I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy. So in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean.
Traditional.
And then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we start having issues. Listen, we never, I'll say this. We never had any issues about other women, other men. I mean, like, I was never tripping when, I was tripping one time when she.
Hold on, I got one time I was tripping.
At one time, because I didn't understand it. When we were out to lunch in LA, and I remember I'm from Cincinnati, man. I ain't even in LA scene like that. And she see an actor that she worked with one time, and he came in, hey, kissed him on the lips.
Oh.
What are we doing around here?
Was he European or American?
So that was the clip that got everybody feeling, in their feelings or whatnot, and shitting on David Justice. One thing I don't think is fair, people try to incorrectly align him with the individual she claimed abused her, and that wasn't him. He did have
Who was it?
They never revealed. It was an actor, though. apparently it's like you can probably look it up and find out who it is, but most people have been hush on it because it's all like allegations and alleged. But he did have a restraining order against. She did have a restraining order against him in the midst of their divorce, but it was just because she said he kept showing up trying to get his stuff. That's what the report said about it. To me, though, I want to ask a question because I kept hearing all of these women say this, and I want to know: do you think this is a sensible response? I hear people saying that if you are a millionaire, there should be no expectation of cooking or cleaning.
Yeah,
as a woman,
I'm just saying you agree with
as
that. A millionaire, 100%.
As a millionaire female woman.
Yeah.
So, would you say there's a problem if a man said, as a millionaire, I'm not cleaning no diaper, I'm not changing no diapers or tending to no babies? I'm just asking you, would you feel like that's a problem?
I mean, that would be the equation, the
equivalent.
But then a baby, I think, is different. I think the equivalent would be like a man saying like, I'm not fixing this shit on my own. You know, that would be the equivalent.
Mm-hmm. You think I feel like that would
because
be
a child, no, it's not because it's a child. I think a child is a completely different thing from chores.
I would disagree, but you can keep on.
You have
Yeah, I do have that doesn't mean
that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy to me. But I think a child is a completely different set of priorities, emotions, everything that comes with it than like chores. Mm-hmm. Like laundry and cooking and cleaning. Mm-hmm. I think I would equate that like type of woman's work to like mowing the lawn, fixing things in the house. So if a millionaire man was like, I'm not mowing no goddamn lawn, I'm hiring a landscaper. That's the same thing as a woman being like, I'm hiring a chef.
Mm-hmm. I think that it is the same thing in regards to it's a chore that has to be done. It's something that has to get done for it. And it doesn't necessarily is the scope of your relationship. It doesn't define your relationship. Like if my father never changed my diaper, that doesn't stop me and him from having a relationship. If my mom never changed my diaper personally, just like if my mom never cleaned up for my dad and had paid that doesn't mean she doesn't love or care about or respect him. That's what I mean by that. So it's funny how a lot of these women on the internet were just complaining about Nelly and him not tending to whatever his child needs are in regards to when he has a mother that can do that. Now it makes perfect sense with Halle Berry. And a lot of y'all are wrong about this flat out too, because y'all don't understand timelines exist. Like, do people really think Halle Berry was just always Halle Berry?
Obviously she wasn't always Halle Berry, but I also think that people weren't reacting to the full clip. They were reacting to just the little part of him saying that she wasn't motherly and she wasn't cooking and cleaning. Yeah. Because when you listen to the full thing, he admittedly says that he was wrong in thinking the way that he was thinking back then. He says that if they went to therapy, they would have been fine. And he obviously seems like he has a different view now, being older and more mature than he did then. And he also says in the full clip that he was basing his thoughts of what a mother and what a wife should be from what his mother and what the women around him were. And he grew up Southern and in a very like traditional women around him. And they were not Halle Berry with like careers like this on their way up in Hollywood.
But he didn't even know that she was going to be that.
Yeah, he didn't. But still, she was an actress. He didn't think she was going to crash and fucking burn like he was hoping for her downfall. I would hope not. So she was obviously, if what her dreams and motivations were, and if they panned out, then she was going to end up being what she was going to be. So to have those expectations of her were unfair, which is what he said in the interview. But people don't like to get full context before they scream on the internet. Y'all love screaming on the internet and making y'all opinions heard on the internet so bad. Like,
to me, though, the sentiment that I have a problem with is the fact that people feel like he shouldn't been able to want that. The fact that he was one of the most successful baseball players at the time.
You can want that from someone that's not.
Yeah, but that's what people were trying to argue was that was something wrong for him to even want to get from somebody. Not even just from her, which again, like I said, she was in 1993 when they got together was when she started being in some of the bigger movies that she was in. And she was in a lead in none of those movies. She was just folks forget, Halle Berry was just the pretty girl in a movie. She was not known for her acting skills. She was just extremely stunning And she was a gorgeous woman who continued to become more and more attractive. That's why she's famous. Not because she's a great actress. Not because she knocks it out with her performances. Nobody can tell you a Halle Berry monologue. Nobody can ever think one of that. They can just tell you exactly what she looked like. Because I remember her in James Bond. I remember her in the Flintstones. I remember her in all those movies looking amazing. But that's what she was. And for the fact to even say that to him, if he picked up a Halle Berry in that regard, that wouldn't have been nothing crazy. She was not a mainstay actor. So it wasn't like he was trying to make her be less than. He just was in love and he had sentiments that came from where he's from. And I think you can believe they're outdated sentiments. I don't think there's nothing wrong for someone to look for that. And I think that was kept being the through line through the commentary online about this. Was like, oh, you're wrong for even wanting a woman to do these things when he is a top tier individual.
That's not. I think the internet was saying you're wrong for wanting a woman of this caliber to want to do.
No,
these
I
things.
saw some other folks who were even just saying
those people were stupid. And
I mean, that's the conversation that has to be had.
I think the general conversation is a millionaire woman or a woman like that's about to be a huge actress. You can't expect this from.
But nobody
if you can expect this from a teacher, maybe not. They be working hours, but you can expect this from like a work from home type of mom, like stay at home mom, but not Halle Berry.
I just think, yeah, if you met her now, but if you would have came in and she was just doing a set, like actresses come a dime a dozen. Like there's so many girls. Halle Berry could have easily have been replaced by the next pretty girl. And it wouldn't even have been a thing. So, like, I think we're being overly critical. Folks was really trying to, like, disrespect this man when he's still married to the woman he's been with now. And Halle Berry has been divorced twice. And she got dry pussy juice, like, to help her out.
Who is this man? Like, I didn't even know.
He's a baseball player. He was, like, one of the best hitters in the league for a while.
I mean, like, is he still famous, though?
Not in the same breath that he was then.
Yeah, so of course he has a successful relationship and he was able to settle down.
That's hate.
Nobody gives a fuck about what you're doing.
He's still well
and ain't
off.
nobody check. Well off, but not famous.
Yeah, but he's well off. What do you mean?
Okay, that's fame is different than being rich. Bitches is throwing themselves at you because they know you famous. You can be rich, but nobody knows while you're walking down the street because you're not famous. So women aren't throwing themselves at you. So he can successfully be in a monogamous relationship.
Yeah. You're not familiar.
Versus
that's what it is. You're just not familiar. This man was a Yankee. Like this, it don't even matter.
It doesn't matter. If I see a old Yankee from 2 decades ago as a 23-year-old hot bitch walking down the street, I'm not gonna know who he is.
You don't have to know.
And I'm not about to be throwing myself at him, which means that he's gonna be faithful.
You don't have to do that
because he has less options.
You know it's not, because you don't have to do that, because the reason that you're meeting him, the place that you're meeting him there because you're looking for successful men of that caliber. Like, those women are going, when you're wealthy like that, you don't have to look for it. It's there. People are around. You got friends and associates. So him being in a successful marriage and relationship, as long as he's been in, and her having her issues with baby daddies that she's paying for out the yin yang.
Hate that for her.
It shows that he's the one.
Actually hate that for her.
You brought up Journey
Eric
Smollett.
Benet is the one.
Oh, that hit her. That's what they think, Eric Benet? Oh,
no,
so that makes sense why they.
That's the one that she like. That was the person who she was.
That hit her.
No.
Oh, that's what I thought you said.
Oh, I thought you meant the one as in like the man who got away.
Oh, for her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you were trying to say that's the one who hit her.
Oh no. I think the one who got away is Eric Benet, but he cheated on her, so she had to leave him.
He said that too, though. He
publicly.
He said that when he left Halle was going through it. He said he feels like to him. He's the one who got away from her.
Yeah, no, he's right.
No, I'm saying, I'm talking about Justice. David Justice.
Okay.
He said that in his interview with Matt Barnes. He left Halle. Halle didn't leave him. He left Halle, and she was begging for him to come back, and he didn't want to. So,
all right, what else we got?
Story.
Is that it?
Yeah, we can wrap it up. We don't got to talk about Joe and Ari Lennox thing. You got safe, Joe. You lucky my wife is tired.
Literally exhausted.
She don't even want to talk about African American aliens. That's how you know my baby is done.
Oh, no, I have to sign out. All right.
Look at her. She just ready. Well, I want to thank y'all for listening to Talk FNF TV. We've appreciated your time. Baby, tell them what they need to do.
Follow us on all of the social media at talk.fnf.tv on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you're currently listening on YouTube, give us a like, comment, subscribe. And if you're listening on any of the streaming services, please give us a download. It helps a lot. Thank you. Bye. Love you.
I got to get her an IV full of Red Bull now.